we're talking pizza now. From the bit you clean up afterwards. Right. Pizza is a quick, cheap and reliable meal. What a nonsense. It's perfect. Any time of the day or night, cold or hot. After a night out on the town, what could be better? Anyway, as prices are going higher, pizza's getting smaller, and customers are ordering pies with less toppings or fewer slices. So, for example, here, I've got a straightforward cheese and tomato, a straightforward one. I've got a bit with pepperoni, and I've got a lot with a bit of chicken and cheese and all sorts of fancy bits at the top. It's the add-ons, like the extra cheese and chicken, that can push the dollars up to $5 a slice. Even the average price for basic cheese pizzas increased 22% in the last 5 years. Now pizzerias are struggling to sell more than a plain slice. So this one ran $2.75. It's a stretch from the old days of $1 a slice. So is pizza recession-proof, recession-resistant, or neither? Ilir Sela is the CEO of the pizza delivery app Slice, is with me now. What do you say, sir? We always thought of cookies and biscuits and cakes as being recession-resistant because people bought them anyway. So tell me about pizza.
Yeah, pizza remains a core part of every family's weekly habit. It is in America an institution, but clearly, as you said, Richard, consumers are adjusting a little bit as they start feeling the pressure from an economic standpoint. So what we're seeing from Slice's data point is consumers adjusting in two ways. One is they will order every Friday night, which is the typical weekly Friday pizza night, but the pizza will be smaller. So instead of a large pie, they will downgrade to a smaller pie or a medium cheese pizza. And then, without a doubt, they are ordering less toppings as the price of toppings has started to really scale up to, in some cases, as much as
Right.
$6 per topping. And
Now,
so consumers continue to love pizza, but it is certainly an adjustment.
okay, so where, from the producer's point of view, from the restaurant or the pizzeria's point of view, where's their extra costs coming from? Is it input costs of the food, the cheese, the tariffs, and all of these sort of things, the cost of labor, the cost of fuel? What's driven it up?
Yeah, certainly. I think there are two major players. One is the cost of labor has gone up as minimum wage continues to inch up, especially in different states. You can see the price start reflecting that. As an example, while the national average is $17 for a cheese pizza, in California, that number is over $20, as an example. So the labor constraints and the cost of labor is contributing to that. We also see because of cost of labor, delivery fees are going up, and therefore consumers are choosing to pick up their order more than waiting for delivery. And that is, pickup is the largest, the fastest growing cohort that we see from our data. But it's absolutely predominantly labor driven. And then I would say secondary is the cost of actual product, led by the cost of cheese. Uh, Folks may not know this, but cheese makes up over 70% of the cost of a pizza.
Really? Good one. And by the way, you've just answered the question.
That's right.
I was about to say, why is California more expensive? And now, of course, it's because of the labor cost, because it's higher minimum wage. On this other front of delivery, because, of course, Slice, you have made your name, your reputation, and your whole business around this idea of independent pizzerias using you either back end for sort of the ordering and they deliver it, or for the delivery mechanisms yourself. But that's a reflection, I guess, of the commercialization of delivery from places like Uber Eats, which take a greater commission.
That's right. For Slice, we are the simple way to describe Slice is we give scale to independents. We bring them together so that they can benefit from the economies of scale that large chains benefit from. 85% of the orders that are placed for delivery with Slice are delivered by the staff of the pizza shop. So these
Wow.
are not third-party delivery orders. We just make that experience a lot more efficient and more rewarding to the consumer. But yes, third-party platforms, without a doubt, you can expect menu prices to be marked up by even 30% more on those platforms.
Okay, as we come to an end, sir, I got to. Where's your favourite pizza? Who makes your favourite? Which local pizzeria in New York? I have to tell you, the one near where I live in Chelsea, on the corner of where I live, best pizza in the world. Best pizza in the world, and I can't tell you where, obviously, because then everybody will be going there. Where's for you? Where's the best pizza?
So, Richard, you answered the question. The best pizza is the one closest to you. That's the one that people grew up with, or the one that's really the anchor of their
All
neighborhood in
right.
the corner. For
So,
me, that's Pizzeria Giove.
right. So, last question: is it a heresy? Should I be kicked out because I like Hawaiian pizza? I like pineapple on my pizza, and I know this is something that's highly controversial.
Very controversial, but the beauty of pizza is that you can have it however you want it, Richard. And so, for folks who love pineapple on pizza, by all means, go for it. Not for me,
Oh,
but the beauty of pizza is that you can have it how you like it.
sir, the disgust in your face and your voice left nobody in any doubt as to what you think of my Hawaiian pizza. I'm grateful to you, sir. We'll share a slice in 2026.